We've all had those sleepless nights where the body refuses to go to sleep even though we have something super important to do the next day. It's in these moments that we really realize how little control we actually have over our bodies, over the neurons, over the millions and billions of actions going on inside them. They often seem to have almost as little to do with my own will as the myriad actions happening in the city of London right now. It's almost like the little point in our brain that actually decides things consciously is as unrelated to the rest of this biological animal body than, say, I am to my dog. But what if a very significant part of my life is being controlled and operated by unconscious desires and intentions within? Now, this may be hard for us to grasp, but this guy committing the heist, he doesn't think he's bad. In fact, internally, he had to justify himself and tell himself that not only is this not bad, but by doing this, he's sort of restoring balance to the universe. The injustice that has occurred in the world is now being rectified, specifically the injustice that has occurred to him in his life. So let's analyze what's actually going on here in terms of the desire and the intention, because these are the forces that are actually controlling all of your reality. Whereas everything else that I'm doing, thinking that it's having an impact on reality, is actually not doing much more than that person having a sleepless night is consciously doing by thinking that they really need to work hard tomorrow, so they need to get some rest. Relative to what the organs are doing, the heartbeat, all of these different functions in their body, this thought that I need to get sleep is very, very insignificant. There are methods to get control of your unconscious processes. This is called biofeedback. Like when you make your breathing more conscious and you're able to settle down because you get control of your heart rate. So the desire was kind of running wild, not letting you sleep, controlling you, but you got control. What about all of our other desires, though, that are running wild and we're kind of following them? They're sort of in control in all sorts of other levels and aspects of our life. We see this when we set certain goals like losing weight, making more money, whatever it is. We see that our whims, our desires are kind of leading us every which way. And the intention, this intention that I had for my better future, it's just in the passenger seat, whereas the desire is in the driver's seat. Now, assuming you accept this law of reality, that every person justifies themselves, no matter how bad the act seems to be. In the case of the criminal, who do you think is flying the plane? Who's in the driver's seat? Is it the intention to restore balance to the world, to an unjust society, or is it the desire for money that's actually driving? Here's a tool by which you can tell on yourself in your own life if you actually have an intention in the driver's seat. Because having an intention in the driver's seat means that you're in control more and more of your whole reality. You'll see this. But the problem is you have to check this whether the intention gets into the cockpit first, or if it's the desire. Or perhaps you find yourself doing many actions in life without even thinking about if there's an intention behind the action or not. Kabbalists say that the very first time that I do an action with an intention behind it that is good, I immediately reveal the spiritual world. The wisdom of Kabbalah teaches the person how to do this, how to, before doing an action, to stop and craft an intention. A spiritual intention, we have to learn what that is, and make sure that this intention is getting into the cockpit, into the driver's seat, before the action takes place. And just like you can make what is a totally unconscious process, breathing, more conscious, by monitoring yourself internally, you can start making your intentions more spiritual, more in order to bestow. And eventually you can learn to place these intentions over every single action that you're already doing in life. and by this reveal yourself in a spiritual world.